Matt, to the 1,500 supporters who turned up today, what's the explanation to them?
Apologies first and foremost for that performance. It wasn't anywhere near good enough from us today. So apologies to our supporters who followed us in their numbers. We were second best on duels, we were second best on first contacts, we were second best on all the important parts of the game. And as a result of that, we end up losing momentum. We managed to get ourselves back in the game, and then there's more mistakes to fall behind. We were second best all afternoon, and that's absolutely not good enough.
Let's start with the opening 25 minutes, because that's just errors, mistakes, everything that on everybody all over the pitch. Why did that happen?
It looks like we weren't full of confidence today, and it's hard, right? At the moment, when the perception of things, and the boys are trying hard, but one mistake leads to two, and confidence is not in a good spot at that point. So yeah, when we're passing it, with too many turnovers. When we're competing, we won't come out with enough duels, and ultimately, if you don't do all those things correctly, you lose the game.
I mean, it was kind of unacceptable, wasn't it, what was going on? It seems like every pass, every touch was completely off.
Yeah, it's unacceptable from us, me included. We were a part of this as a group. I take full responsibility for that, and I have to take responsibility for that, and I do. Yeah, it was unacceptable today.
And then you get back in it, Matt, and you get to 1-1. It's like, well, we'll take a draw and then let's move on. And then is it almost worse that there wasn't enough heart and character shown in that last 10 minutes, and you go and concede 2 goals?
Yeah, well, it's a simple ball up. We explained all week. The goalkeeper delivers out to their right-hand side. We have to win the first contacts, be ready for the second. Lincoln are very organised. We knew what was coming. We prepared for that. And we got ourselves back in the game, and a long goal kick to the right-hand side. I mean, Millie stops because he heard a shout from behind. He thought it was Cohen, but we've just got to compete on the first one. I'd rather have 2 players competing than none. Flick it through, ricochet of Kristen, he's one-on-one. Third goal, we stop. Yeah, it's unacceptable. I'm not going to defend it from us today.
What do you do? How do you get around this now? Because obviously confidence is very low. What do you do? What's happening now?
Back on the train and going to work. The only way I know how is to get back on the train and go to work, look for different ways to try and deliver the same message. If that's what the boys need, a bit of a freshness in that. But we'll get back and we'll keep working.
Let's go back to the formation. And I know you've been asked plenty of times about playing 4 or playing 5 in defence. And we know that there aren't the players perhaps to play the 4 because you haven't got a right back at the club, or the one you have is injured. Could you still do it though? I mean, you're playing Longvic as right wing back, who probably isn't there. That could be an argument.
Yeah, it's an argument. Yeah, absolutely.
And then it's just your choice to go still with the system.
Yeah, look, we've discussed this several times. There's lots of contributing factors to the formation we're playing right now. We were defending as a 4 today, and because we needed Nigel with his physicality, we saw how good Lincoln are with their duels, with their first contacts. We felt we needed his extra height, which is what we did. Yeah, there's been lots of talk. There will be lots of talk on the formation, and we'll keep analysing things and doing the best we possibly can.
Because to be fair to you, that could come down to recruitment, that there isn't two fullbacks at the club on that right side.
Yeah, we're a group, and we'll keep working together to get the best results we can.
For them, they played really attacking, didn't they? Almost a 4 at times in that opening 25 minutes. Did that catch you out? You must have known they were going to do that.
No, it didn't catch us out. We knew what was coming. The goalkeeper delivers out to the right-hand side. There was one after about 2 minutes. He delivered out to the right-hand side, and we prepared for it a week. Yeah, so we need to execute better. We need to be better, and we have to improve.
What are those players like in there? Or is that probably a silly question?
Yeah, it's they're quiet, they're down, and as you'd expect, they care, but we've got to show it more. Our care has to be out on the pitch.
What are you going through when you have to go over to those supporters who are, giving the club and the team and you a load of grief?
You have to front it up. It's my job as a manager to front it up. The reason I wanted to do this job was the responsibility that it brings. I relish that. I enjoy the responsibility that it brings, and when things aren't great, you have to front it up. I totally understand our supporters' frustration. I totally understand their desire to see things being better on the pitch. But I can assure you, and I can assure everybody, that no one cares any more than I do. We're working night and day to try and put things into a better light and trying to create better results, and I'll continue to do so.
Will this make you more determined to try and sort it out, to make sure that Luton can go on from here?
Yeah, listen, mate. I don't think I could be any more determined. But yeah, it's fuel. It is absolutely fuel. I have a high desire, huge desire to put everything right, to get more points on the board, to have our team playing in the way that we all believe that they can. We're in a tough moment right now, but the only way you get out of these tough moments is to stick together, keep working hard, and come out the other side stronger.
It's quite telling that the only one who went over to the supporters was Jordan Clark, who's put a shift in and almost can go there and apologise and give them a clap. That you need more of those type of players in your team.
Yeah, I think everyone went over. We all wanted to still say thank you to our supporters for paying their money, travelling and coming and supporting us. But the boys are in a tough moment right now, and it's not an easy moment.
Mengi got 60 minutes, if there are any positives, that he was able to get 60 minutes out there and get an hour in his legs.
Yeah, obviously Ted's had injuries since we've been here, really. You know, we got him a few games at the end of last season, then unfortunately he's been injured in pre-season. The plan wasn't to start him today. He played 45 minutes behind closed doors on Tuesday. But unfortunately for us, Chris was late for a team meeting yesterday, so we had to make a late change. We have to make sure that we have rules that we abide by, and basic principles that our culture is so important. We need to make sure Chris has the information so he can go and do that. He's a good kid, but he's young, he's learning, he's in a foreign country, so we have to maybe look after him better and make sure he has the information clearer if that's what's necessary. But yeah, good for Ted to get 60 minutes on the pitch.
After a match like that, do you go in there and blast them, or do you have words, or do you say, let's just wait until either tomorrow or Monday so that we can have a think about it before we then, give your opinions?
Yeah, I'm honest with the boys. I will always be honest. They understand where I stand right now, and I will always be front up, tell the boys what I think. Monday's a time for discussion. Today was not a time for discussion. I'm hurting right now. We have to be hurting right now when results aren't in our favour, and then we have to use that to keep working and come back stronger.
Does it hurt you that some fans are questioning him whether you're the man, Matt? And I'm asking these just because the fans are talking about it, so I have to do that.
Of course.
It must be hurting you, that.
Of course. I have a huge desire. I have a huge pride in my work, in our work as a group, and of course it hurts. I'm human. Football managers are human, but it comes with leading a life in this job. Comes resilience, and you have to build your resilience, and you have to dig deep, and you have to keep working and believe in what you're doing. And I believe in what we're doing, and we have to find ways to make that come out stronger. I think this is the first performance that this season. Bradford away wasn't good enough. Today wasn't good enough. It's the first time in a little while I've had to stand here and give my honesty, as I've said. The last two home games we've got beat, but we've had 43 shots, I believe, of which 37 have come in our opposition's box. We need to take those moments more. But today, there's no excuse. It wasn't good enough, and we have to be better.